Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers.
Come on, fellas.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. 80 weapons. Five.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Six, pull it high. 18, Mike, 18. Hey, Delta.
Here's Jones on first down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go! 18, Gator. Hey, zoom! Get it!
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They juked him. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
For Marshall, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 4. Open man is Ross, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third and short, it's Dixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Cincinnati.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. By Travis Kelce. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7. Third and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Kelce, the intended receiver there. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here we go. 50, plant. Yep. Shoot.
Throwing on second and 14. Jones. And he rifles one incomplete.
Tremendous. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the ready.
Mike, 18. Cut. Check three.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 52.
Hey, exit.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. I'm here all day. Mike 18.
Check go.
Jones throwing on third and long. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On third down, Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running right, Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check safety, check safety.
Now, Bravo. 61, Matchbox Lights. Hey.
On second down, it's Jones. Room here to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields going deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo!
Watch 18, 18's the mic. Watch the out, watch the out. Mike 18, Mike 18. Let's go.
To throw on third down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big 30-yard play on third.
Here we go. 60 out. 45. Hey, let's go.
Mixon will try the right side. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Now it's Mixon running right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the set. 45. Check right 45.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Jones. A final shot before break. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. He goes 91 yards on the kick return. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set.
Hey, pick your game up.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well. When they wish for me to fail, I might donate, pay their bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lots of
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now Joe Mixon takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Get it ready.
They'll try the right side with Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with the big man, Campbell. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33.
At their own 33-yard
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Fields going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Back to throw. Fields. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Ready, break.
Mark 5. Ricky.
You draw quarters. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call it. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
With the score, Bengals 14, Packers 3.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And here a juke. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Go. Now.
To throw again on second down. Jones hit and the ball's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Smooth. Yo, go. Hey, lock it. Hit it.
Jones now operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor.
This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go, fellas.
A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. Looking to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
To throw again, Fields. He's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to let this go for the end. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
Let's go, baby. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Lucky.
They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Bandit.
On first down, Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
27 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Fields. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
Ready? 18. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Lee Trevor.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, they frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 8 read.
Take 4.
Let go.
Now White from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. He'll field this at the 5. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what
Packer pressure, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. On third down, Fields. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw. Fields. And a throw right sideline is complete. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
To throw again, Fields. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell